Good afternoon, tubers. It's Crypto Big Boss. I wanted to come to you guys with another video. Today I wanted to talk about, something called Loopring. I first noticed Loopring when I was looking at my Coinbase account, and I saw that it had just jumped like 75%. Sometimes you see these things and you're like, well, what is that? I remember when the graph jumped, we saw what happened there. It jumped up and then jumped back down. So you don't want to make any rash decisions and jump in and then, watch it go up and then come down just as fast as it went. But you do probably have some curiosity. I know I did. I wanted to know more about it. So today we're going to take a look at exactly what it is and what problem they're trying to solve. Loopring is number 45 today. Their ranking is number 45. We take a look at them. They're currently at 55 cents. You can see they're up over 74%. In the last 24 hours. Look at this, guys. It just, forget parabolic, it just went straight up. Loopring has been around for a little while here. Looks like it's been around since 2017. It's been as low as 3 cents, and now it's currently trading at 56 cents. It's been as high as $2.04. So it still suffered from the crypto winter, just like most other projects. But all of a sudden now there's some renewed interest in this currency. So let's see what's behind the numbers. So if we go to Loopring's website, they have a pretty decent overview here. And if you look at what they're trying to say about Loopring, basically they start getting into this idea that they want to be the blockchain technology that empowers real ownership, and they define ownership as when digital assets as soon, or ownership of a legacy financial physical asset as well. They define ownership as whoever has the keys, the privacy keys basically really owns the asset. The way they put it is, ironically, most crypto asset holders will still trade these assets in centralized exchanges or CEXs, temporarily giving up their ownership, the keys, to intermediaries and skewing a primary benefit and virtue of the asset itself. What they're talking about is that there are really two types of exchanges. So to understand the problem that Loopring is trying to address is the idea that we have a middleman, these CEXs or centralized exchanges that act on our behalf, that allow us to buy and trade various cryptos, and they charge us these fees, and you basically don't even have the keys to what is actually yours. And they basically are saying that their use case, they're basically addressing this issue because there's been numerous exchanges that have been hacked. If you go down here, they have a list of all these, look at this, cryptocurrency hacks from centralized exchanges. So if we take a look at this, you can go all the way back just year after year. 31 million on BitThumb, 40 million on CoinRail, 195 million on BitGrail, 534 million on CoinCheck, 5 million on Bitstamp, 40 million on, it's just year after year after year, all this since the inception, from 2012 all the way to now, all these different hacks 72 million, 5.3 million, 7 million, 3 million, all kinds of other these exchanges, centralized exchanges that have been hacked. And some of these are big ones. Binance, and the like. So, and of course, Cryptopia. Sad, I get caught in that one. So what they are addressing is because this middleman is basically vulnerable to hacks, that the ownership of the crypto, the keys, if you will, as you become more experienced with trading crypto, they're recommending that you hold on to your keys and use decentralized exchanges rather than centralized exchanges. And where they come in is they have created a protocol that is increasing the efficiency of the operation of these decentralized exchanges. So to appreciate what Loopring is doing, we have to have an appreciation for the difference between centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges. This is a very good article. I found, it says here it's Lumila, the author is Lumita Yurokova. It was written March 19, 2019. Understanding cryptocurrency exchanges, centralized exchanges, CEXs versus decentralized exchanges. And I guess the punchline here is we can look at this picture here. It gives a really good, these are examples of centralized exchanges. The things like Bittrex and Binance, CoinDesk, Coinbase. These are centralized exchanges, and essentially they hold your keys, okay? And they essentially they basically act on your behalf to basically do the exchange and swaps, and they charge a fee, right? They're the middleman. And of course, as I stated before, when you put the middleman in there, they're vulnerable to hacks. And the other part of it is you give up some of your privacy of how much money you have invested in these assets. So what they're trying to say is instead of investing using these centralized exchanges, that there is going to be a growing market for larger institutionalized investors and people that want to maintain their privacy to use decentralized exchanges. And here's a example of decentralized exchanges: Stellar, Komodo, Bancor, Crypto Bridge, Open Ledger, Waves. These are decentralized exchanges that essentially don't know your privacy keys. You have to know your privacy keys, and you use the DEX, the decentralized exchange, to actually do your bidding. So basically what ends up happening is, as a result of you using these decentralized exchanges, you can basically broker your crypto, and you can exchange and do your swaps without having to worry about being hacked. Now, I'm sure there's still always inherently there's going to be a risk associated with using any exchange, but it's an interesting thing to see that this particular crypto, Loopring, this company is trying to address this issue. And even cryptos like Chainlink that afford people the ability to basically move information from one ledger to another, or use that in their application. They are using things like Loopring, or I should say Loopring is using Chainlink. So there's some cross-pollination between these technologies. Here's a Chainlink, and they're talking about these decentralized finance price feeds that you can get access to. And if you get down to the bottom here, you see that some of the folks that are using this, Look who's using this. We see the same. We start seeing the same names. There's Bancor. That's one of those decentralized exchanges. I bet you if we keep looking, we'll see Loopring. There's Loopring. So the folks that are or I guess these are used and sponsored by. So Chainlink, used and sponsored by Loopring. These folks are all working together, and they understand that there is a market for larger organizations to want to use decentralized exchanges to basically broker their crypto. So let's get to what the price prediction could possibly be in this particular case. In this particular case, I want to be careful to not look at this parabolic occurrence, pseudo-parabolic. Something jumps like this, 75, 70%. You don't want to assume that it's going to continue to do that. I just gave you the background of exactly what it's going to take, or what they're trying to do, and the itch they're trying to scratch. So if we look at their market cap, it was 683 million, and we understand that the majority of the folks out here buying crypto kind of want a middleman. You got to ask yourself, well, are people going to really stop using Coinbase and Binance? Are people going to really stop using that to do their crypto? Or are they going to have an alternate capability to move their crypto or use their crypto without using these centralized exchanges? Because inside of these CEXs, you do have the ability to send crypto to whoever you want to send it to if you just send it from your wallet to their wallet. So once people become comfortable with that, I don't think they're really going to care about the fees. I think the people that are going to care about using a DEX are the people that really don't want anyone knowing about their transactions. They want the anonymity. That's another thing with Loopring. Loopring is addressing anonymity. Their protocol uses the same type of zero knowledge proofs here that things like Zcash use to basically give you some anonymity capability. So the idea and premise that you can do these transactions and you hold your keys and everybody doesn't have your private information. This is really directed at folks, the institutionalized investors, the large corporations that might want to move their positions and change what they're investing in. They might not necessarily want to use a Coinbase or a Binance. So there's definitely a market here. And I would say because they're catering to larger corporations that are looking at getting into the crypto space. And these are large quantities of money. They're not the everyday folks. For those that want the privacy, I think that Loopring might be a solution. So we look at let's look at all of their data. In 2018, they hit a price of $1.80. And I think we can all agree that now that Bitcoin is approaching 34,000 and Ethereum is posting all-time highs above $1,000. The alt season is now kicking off. And I think that this little 75% jump, I think it's just the beginning. I think that now that the institutional investors, we're not talking about the normal people. Of course, some of them will consider this solution. Those who want to maintain their privacy. I think because of this, I think what's going to happen is we're going to see them double their all-time high, because the institutional investors really weren't wading in here in 2018. Where were they before? Let's look at it again. About $2 and let's see, they were at $2.01. Not only are they going to achieve that, I think they're going to go further than that. They might even have a I would say they're going to have a $2.6 billion market cap, putting them around $4. I think they're going to go twice their all-time high. So, my price prediction for Loopring by close of business 2021, Loopring is sitting at $4.22. If you've enjoyed this price prediction, please like and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I thank you for your time and the support of all of my subscribers, and I'll catch you on the next one.